Have you ever pictured yourself with a stethoscope making a real difference here in South Africa? Well, you probably know the path to get there is seriously demanding. But you know what? It's also one of the most rewarding. So today, we're going to break down that whole journey to becoming a doctor. Let's get right into it.
It's a massive ambition, for sure, and the path to get there is incredibly specific. So in this explainer, we're going to map out that journey for you, focusing on the one degree you absolutely have to get, and how two of South Africa's best universities, UCT and Wits, can get you there. All right, first things first, before you can even dream about what you'll specialize in or which hospital you'll work at, you need the foundational degree. Think of it as the key that unlocks every other door in medicine, the MBChB. So what on earth does MBChB actually stand for? It's the Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. You'll also see it called MBBCH at Wits, but it's the same thing. This is it. This is the non-negotiable professional degree that you need to even start your internship and eventually practice as a doctor in South Africa. It's your ticket to the entire profession. Okay, so let's dive into path number one, at one of Africa's absolute top-ranked medical schools. We're heading down to the coast to take a look at the University of Cape Town. At UCT, you're looking at a 6-year full-time MBChB program. And here's something really important to know about their degree. It's internationally recognized. So this doesn't just set you up for a career in South Africa. It's a qualification that can open doors all over the world. So how do those 6 years break down? Well, you can think of it in two halves. The first 3 years are all about building your foundation. You are going to be deep in the books, learning the language of medicine. We're talking anatomy, physiology, pathology, the whole shebang. But then, from year 4, the game completely changes. You're out of the lecture halls and into the hospitals and clinics for hands-on clinical training. And this is where the theory gets real fast. You'll rotate through all the core disciplines, like internal medicine, surgery, and pediatrics, working with actual patients under supervision. You'll see everything, from the high-pressure world of a surgical theater to the incredibly important work being done in community health. Okay, so that's UCT. Now let's head north to Johannesburg and see how our second pathway at the University of the Witwatersrand, or WITS as we all know it, tackles medical training. Just like UCT, WITS has a 6-year program. Now, they call theirs the MBBCH, but don't let the different name fool you. It's the exact same qualification. Their big focus is on creating really versatile doctors who are ready for a huge range of careers, whether you want to be a top surgeon, a local GP, or a leader in public health. Now, the structure at WITS is a little bit different. They condense that preclinical, science-heavy phase into the first 2 years, so you build that knowledge base really quickly. What that means is you get a full 4 years dedicated to clinical work, doing extensive rotations in some of Joburg's major teaching hospitals. But hold on, that's not the whole story at WITS. For anyone out there who might already have a degree in something else, or maybe you're thinking of a career change, WITS has this unique and honestly incredibly cool alternative. It's called the Graduate Entry Medical Program, or GEMP for short. And here's the deal. If you already have a suitable bachelor's degree, you can basically skip the first 2 years and complete your medical degree in just 4 years instead of 6. I mean, for a lot of people, that's a total game changer. So the programs are amazing, right? We've seen the roadmaps. But now we have to talk about what is, for most people, the hardest part of this entire journey, actually getting a spot. Let's just be real about this. For both UCT and WITS, the starting point is the same. You need absolutely exceptional marks in matric. We're talking top-tier results in maths, physical sciences, and life sciences. On top of that, you have to write the national benchmark tests, the NBTs. But the key thing to understand is that for both universities, the competition is just unbelievably fierce. To put that into perspective for you, just look at this number. UCT has roughly 240 spots available each year for their medical program. That's it. 240. And you have thousands upon thousands of the country's brightest students all applying for those few spots. The odds are, yeah, they're tough. And if there is one sentence you need to remember from this entire explainer, it's this one. This comes straight from the universities themselves. Meeting minimum requirements does not guarantee acceptance. What that really means is that just being good isn't good enough. You have to be an absolutely outstanding applicant to even have a shot. Okay, so let's imagine you did it. You got in, you survived 6 years of med school, and you've graduated. Congratulations! But you're not done yet. The journey isn't over. Let's talk about the final stretch. Right after you get that degree, there are 3 more mandatory steps before you can practice on your own. First, you've got a 2-year internship in accredited hospitals. Second, you have to complete 1 full year of compulsory community service, which is often in areas that really need doctors. And finally, you register with the Health Professions Council of South Africa, the HPCSA. So, only after you've completed that entire process, which is about 9 years in total, right? 6 years of study plus 3 years of practical training, only then are you a fully qualified independent medical practitioner. But the reward is huge. You are now a registered doctor, and you can work across the entire healthcare sector, from a clinic to cutting-edge research. Okay, so let's boil this all down. What are the key things to take away? 1, it's a long road, 6 years is standard, but you've got that 4-year fast track at Wits with the GEMP. 2, the training is intense. It's a deep blend of hard science and real-world hands-on patient care. 3, getting in is tough, seriously tough. Great marks in NBTs are non-negotiable. And 4, the whole point of this entire marathon, to get that registration with the HPCSA and finally earn the title of doctor. Look, there is no question about it. The path to becoming a doctor in South Africa is one of the most challenging things you can ever decide to do. It takes an incredible amount of dedication, resilience, and just plain hard work. So the only question that's left really is the one you have to ask yourself. Is it your journey to take?